Welcome to the 2020 Papa John's U21 Curling Provincial Championships. Live from Thistle St. Andrews here this afternoon, being brought to you by TV1 through Bell Alliant. Well, Ryan, we're down to the nitty-gritty here. A few teams have been eliminated so far. I think we're down to 4 men and 4 ladies teams.
Yes, I think it's Final Four on both sides now. So game here today, and then you're off to the final day tomorrow.
Yep. We're seeing Justine Comeau from Fredericton playing the Brooke Tracy team from, I believe they're from Gage, is that correct?
I think they're from Fredericton area, yeah.
Okay. Comeau won the draw to the button, so she's got hammer here in the first end. Looks like they're going to keep the tradition alive and play pretty clean end.
Yeah.
First rock was thrown in.
The story all week here. A lot of teams try to keep the first end open, bank some time, get used to the ice. I think both these teams also just got off the ice not that long ago, so maybe a first end, keeping it clean, get back into it, and then start it back up again.
Comeau just suffered her first defeat this morning against the Forsyth team from Moncton. So that's give her one defeat, and so no one will go through this undefeated now. Everyone has a loss.
Yeah, same type of story on the men's side as well. I believe Marine suffered their first loss this morning as well to Nowlin from Moncton.
Exactly. So it's nice to see the parity amongst the teams and having the one team dominate and go through it undefeated. It's nice to see. It kind of, I think it sends a little message to all the curlers that anybody can be beaten at any time. As we saw yesterday, Ryan, the ice is running pretty straight, especially with the hit weight, and any outside motion at all, it's gonna run on you.
Yeah, it also looked like yesterday some teams might have got caught up in the later ends with the speed.
Yes.
Seen a lot of might have underthrown their hits a little bit just to change the speed in the ice, and they were curling a little more than they were anticipating.
Justine has asked her second stone for a corner guard, so he's trying to set the tone a little bit, I guess. We'll see. So Brooke Tracy's going to play this in top 4, trying to negate that corner guard. She could hit it if she wished, but she's elected to play the draw to the 4. Good control of her draw weight, puts it right where the skipper wanted it.
Yeah, now I think Justine might try to use her corner guard to just put up there and roll under it.
Yeah.
I think there'll be room for Tracy to freeze on it if she.
Yeah, it's pretty. Looks like it's pretty much on the tee line. So if she rolls anywhere to the right, she should be behind. She even has a catcher over there, but this one here looks like it's running a little bit straight and probably rolling
the other way, looks like.
Nice control weight, hit right on the nose. They're, although they've been playing for a few days, I'm sure they see that there's only a few teams. I remember being in this position, and skipper at the time just said, looked around and said, "Do you see anybody out here that you can't beat?"
Yeah, exactly.
So he said, "Why not you?" So anyway, it certainly inspired me to play hard when you get down to just a few teams, and we'll see if this falls true with these guys.
Looks like they're just gonna put it back in the same spot there, kind of side of the 4 foot.
I always find it's a bit of an advantage if you can get a couple of these open draws in early to reconfirm your weight and get the sweepers involved and all that sort of thing. And
These ones here seem like they're not curling a whole lot. They
no, another
seem to be
nose hit.
running pretty straight.
So first, skip rocks here, and it's fairly wide open, one corner gird up, but they haven't really challenged getting a rock over in that area.
No, this one looks like it.
Just a little difference in the weight, perhaps, Brian?
Yeah, I think so, but great shot. Changes the angle, and I think a piece of it's still behind that yellow.
Yeah. So Justine gets to use that corner guard that she put up, and with a bit of a backing, so she puts the right rock in there. It certainly brings her deuce alive.
Yeah. I think she'd probably like this one, just probably right on the tee line or even top 4.
Well, and she threw the draw of the button, as you've seen, right to the pin. So she obviously, if the speed is similar here, she should be pretty close. Not really moving for her yet.
No,
Starting to go there now if she has the right weight.
weight looks close.
Looks like she just snuck in there
Yeah,
for
it
number
looks-
1, so that's a real good shot. Be hard to remove without getting potting it on that back red one. So absolute perfect location for that.
Just tucked a piece of it, just enough. I think
Yeah.
she can't get to the nose of it.
And anything on the high side is will run in there.
Looks like she's just gonna try to kind of tuck one behind that yellow
Do
one
the
that
same.
they just threw.
Exactly. The other option she would have would be to play the outside, the wide out turn draw to her own. I think if she got to the nose of that, she might get shot. But kind of going out into the weeds, as we say, and might not be running quite at the same speed out there. So she saw Justine's rock come down through here, so she'll try this herself. Justine's really didn't move until it got to the center line, so we'll see what this does here. This one's moving early, so I don't know if she got it started a bit or not, but looks like she's all over the yellow one.
Yeah, the weight doesn't look like it was. Might have been a little bit light as well.
Yeah. So they're having a look at that. I mean, from the overhead, it looks yellow, but
it's close.
So this is either the draw for the 1 or the 2, and quite possibly the 2 by the looks of it. And we'll find out here in a minute.
Just needs a piece of the forefoot, I think,
just to make sure, yeah. Sweepers are just giving it a light dusting, so she must be close on her weight. Looks pretty good, Ryan.
Yeah, I think she's good there. She's
Right
kind
into
of cleaning it into the button.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the way they kicked it off pretty quick, so I'm assuming that's 2 points for Team Comeau after the first end. So as you can see, they did post the 2 points there, so it's a nice good start for Team Comeau after they're suffering their first defeat earlier today. So I'm sure they wanted to come out with a real positive start, and they've done that. And a real good young Tracy team.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the information here for Team Comeau, and it looks like 3 of the 4 of the teams, this is their final year of juniors.
Right.
So
I'm sure there'll be and they have been already, a force to be reckoned with on the Scottish side of things. They've been playing for the last few years and doing quite well, quite competitive in the ladies section.
looks like Tracy's just going to keep this end open as well.
Yeah, we'll see now if it was just because it was in the forefoot or whatever. Obviously, Justine will continue to hit, but now that they're away from the forefoot, we'll see what Tracy does. Everyone has their own tolerances as a skip to what they like. I mean, some automatically will, regardless of where the person puts their rock, they'll put a corner guard up. And now that that's rolled out, I'm sure you'll see the corner go right up. No, she's indicated if we're in the ring, so bit of a surprise. Got a little different lineup for the Tracy team. Brooke actually throws, or excuse me, Sierra Tracy throws lead rocks and
It's the broom. It looks
calls the game.
We've noticed some more teams doing that. Yesterday, the Peasley team also. Peasley throws third,
Right.
calls the game. Porter throws the last rock.
So they're continuing just to play it pretty wide open here.
This one looks like it's moving more than
Yeah.
the other ones. Good sweep on that one to hold it.
So she asks for another rock, going to the other side this time and mixing it up a little bit, but into the rings. So they've obviously had a game plan coming in, Ryan, that how they wanted to play the Comeau rink.
Yeah. They want to keep it open. Maybe keep it close for as long as possible, and then
Maybe towards the second half of the game, and then maybe take a few more chances, I guess. Good sweep there. Working with the directional sweeping. Throwing pretty firm weight.
yeah.
You have to hit those pretty much on the nose with that sort of weight in order not to roll out.
Noticed during yesterday's game too, the rock seemed pretty lively. You didn't have to hit much of it to get it out.
Other than Justine's draws, I think this is one of their first draws that they've thrown.
Yeah, it's been mostly hits. All.
Yeah. So this one's short. Oh, she's playing come around. Interesting.
This one looks pretty good here coming in.
And any finish, the weight's going to be close, but maybe a little behind the tee line, but it's trying to get in there. Lots of rotation. I do like to see that, and if they do, the team that does go to the National usually plays on arena ice, and it's very important to have lots of rotation on that ice. little softer than what the curling clubs are and tend to move quite a bit more.
Looks like Justine's just going to follow her down and sit right on top of her, maybe even in the top 4.
Yeah, and this is a good aggressive call. She's obviously has full control of her weight. She's made 3 nice draws, a draw to the pin for hammer and then 2 draws last end. So she obviously is confident in her draw weight, and it's a good call, even without hammer. Line looks really good.
Yeah, it does look.
Oh,
It looks like it
just jumped. Wow. So a great opportunity here for young Tracy team. Put the pressure on.
they'll just come top 4 around that center guard.
Yeah, exactly. She can bury. She wouldn't even have to bury it all. Just bury half to or so. Justine might not have much choice but to hit the back one.
This one looks a little heavy.
Yeah, just
a hair heavy,
Yeah,
but
she-
still not a terrible spot. I don't know if she might be able to make that thin double.
looks like she's going to her draw again.
She's looking at just hitting that back one.
She's got. Yep, she's going to her draw again.
If she does put one in front of those red, it'll be tough for the Tracy team to
Yeah.
get rid of it.
This looks.
Looks close. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Line's good. She's definitely going to be to it. She might bounce off a little bit. Not bad.
Not sure if Tracy will be able to bump that back far enough for 2 or not.
I don't think so.
Just a draw to it for her single.
She bumped the one back far enough so that it kind of adds like a little pocket for her. I think if she would have froze because she wasn't going to be on nose, she could have probably hit it and knocked it across the nose of the other one to get her deuce, but I don't think that's possible now. Looks like she's just throwing the same draw again.
Same type of shot she just threw.
Looks like she's got a little more weight this time, I think, right?
Yeah, it does.
As long as she's got the line, she should be fine. It's kind of running. Well, looks like she's going to steal one. Yep, just a little too much. So steal a one for Comeau to go up 3-0 after 2 ends.
Seems to be a tendency sometimes when you have backing to throw two for your draw. You
Yeah.
You don't want to leave it light and you overthrow it a little bit. And
That one just, exactly, and that one just ran a little straighter on her because of the extra weight. Had the same ice down, so. The other games, I think we're just finishing the second end, and well, no, they're still on sheet 8. There are a couple rocks to come, but the other games out there today, team in the male on sheet 5, team Nowlin playing Stewart, and Nowlin is up 2-1 after 2. On sheet 6, we have ladies, Forsyth playing Winter, and I believe Forsyth just got one to take a 1-0 lead. And our game, it's 3-0 for Comeau over Tracy after 2. And they're not quite finished the second end on sheet 8 with Marine playing Peasley, with Marine holding a 2-0 lead after the first end.
Looks like that corner guard just might have slipped into the house.
Yeah, it's a shame they finally throw up a little aggressive. They're down 3 now. They need to score and put the corner up, and it's slipped into the rings. It's a crazy game sometimes.
It is.
Corner guard slips in, and you've just got an open miss, and now the Tracy rink has an opportunity to lay 2 after. And they throw this. Throw. Just a nice throw there. I like that control type weight, and you'll see just a little bit of movement there too. So with the brooms, they were ready to sweep it, and I think with that extra hit weight, sometimes it just runs that much straighter and a little harder to control.
Looks like she just hit it right on the nose there.
Yep, she
builds it up maybe until she has a chance at that double.
Exactly.
Just an update on sheet 8. Looks like Peasley blanked the second end, so Marine still holds a 2-0 lead going into 3.
She just rolled out a little bit. Keeping it pretty wide open. Now they had the roll out and then just exchanging rocks now on the 4-foot. Tracy indicated she liked to have a little roll towards the outer side to get off the forefoot.
This one looks
This
a little
one's-
softer
Yeah,
than
real soft. They're getting quite a bit of movement here, yeah. Not even going to go out of the rings. I don't know if that picked something or if she
Yeah,
just
might
threw it
have.
that late. I don't know.
grab something on the way out there.
We have seen a few picks this weekend, and although it's unfortunate, it is part of the game, and so important for everyone to keep the rocks as clean as they can. He's kind of exchanging half shots here.
Yeah, just a couple rollouts.
Yeah.
And,
No one's really wanting to take a good control over the situation. A little better weight this time, Ryan, and
yeah.
just a nice control.
Justine will be happy to run these rocks up and down.
Especially with a 3-0 lead, and fairly, like even a 50% shot is makes it, gets the job done. Another roll out, and allows Justine. I don't think she's thrown a hit yet. She's been all draws, and as we've seen, full control of that shot. She's on her way. Sweepers are keeping it clean.
It looks pretty close here. Anywheres in the house really does the trick for this one.
I don't think she'd ever draw down to it if she was in behind the tee line, but it's not worth taking the chance.
No.
Look all across the sheets, Ryan, and it seems like teams are all playing a little more conservative this afternoon than they have been. There's been certainly lots of rocks in play for the first couple days, but it seems like today's draw this afternoon is pretty wide open right across the sheets.
Justine just like to hit this one on the nose, I think, and force Tracy to make the hit and roll out to get her blank.
Well, she could have her roll towards the other red one if there's enough room to just to cause some interference, but be a big roll. So it's just taking just a hair more ice than she did on her first one. I expect just a tad more weight and try to roll out, and we'll see if she's a little more aggressive next end. Yep, definitely more weight.
Yes. Looks pretty close.
Yeah,
looks good.
Looks really good. Nice throw. So all these young people throw technically very well.
It's like Justine will go right in again this end. And
I'm thinking so. Not really worth taking any sort of chance to. She doesn't really need to. She just has to prevent the deuces and steals. She should be in control, which she is. So we'll see. Yep, she's running up to put the corner guard up. Last end, she slipped into the rings. This one looks a little better, as you were going to say, Ryan. And so it should have a little more of an interesting end this end, I'm hoping.
It's like Justine's going to come right in on top of that one, bump it up a little bit to the 4 foot.
That corner guard's in a really good spot. It's fairly tight, but still off the rings by a couple feet. Enables, if she needs to throw the out-turn draw to the pin, it enables that to happen.
It's like it'll slip just a here deep.
So like there's several different things that she can do here. She can obviously throw up another corner guard. She can come around the corner guard she's put up there. She could tap back, but she's try to play hit and roll towards the corner. All good plays. It's all whatever you're comfortable with. As in any strategy, execution is the key.
This one looks pretty close.
Oh, she burned it. Technically, she wasn't supposed to stop that. The way the rule's written is if she burns the rock inside the hog line, she's supposed to just tell the opposing skip that she burnt it, and then the opposing skip gets to make the decision where everything should go and what should happen. But it's kind of hard once you burn it like that not to stop it. We've all been trained to do that, and that's what you do. So. But no foul. They corrected. It's unfortunate. I thought it took a bit of a jump. Looked like she was going to get a very nice roll there, and next thing you know, she was on the nose. That certainly changes the complexion of this end a little bit. There's a nice nice shot there by Bridget Comeau.
Looks like they're going to take a timeout here on 7. Looks like they'll come out and discuss what their options are here. I think they have a few. They can hit and roll off that first one like they called the first time, or
Yep.
maybe even make that double in the back ones there.
Can you do this for a second? He's just in the bathroom. I gotta go down there. We just have updates from the other games. The other boys game on Tuesday, second blanket in a row between Team Marine and Teamsley. Stop. Team Marine has 20-0 lead. Yeah, you did end the break.
So just waiting for the coach to come out.
Tracy, it is Comeau, 3-0 lead, playing for the center back. This team now in rock will continue to play nicely. There at least a chance to remove a lot of, grand view. What do you say?
Coach
Not
must
sure
be.
if the coach is coming
Yeah,
out.
coach must be MIA. So I'm not sure what happened, but they had a timeout, but didn't really get to use it properly. I think she'd like to drive this back into the other two, maybe spill 2 of them out, sit right there would be a good result.
It's like a little bit more weight than.
Pretty close. Ooh. At least she separated those two. Were pretty much frozen, so that was not the result she was looking for, but at least separated those two, which was a little better. And Justine has to deal with this.
Off and on. Get by the top stone. Let's do a little dribbling.
This one looks pretty good. I think she called the hit and roll right in front of her yellows, kind of used it as a guard.
Big weight.
She just wants to hit and roll in front of that yellow, or did she call for the double?
I'm never really indicated. Certainly a few options. You can hit and roll just slightly in front of the other yellow. The double is certainly an option, or even hit and roll behind the corner guard.
Nice shot.
Or a good shot. The way they were sweeping it looked like that was the call.
Yeah. Looks like Justine's just going to pick the red. That'll give Tracy a couple options. She can freeze to that yellow or play the hit and roll under the corner.
Or just draw around the
Yeah.
corner, which she's got a few options there, and we'll see what she chooses to do. Is picking it out as she called for. Looks like she's playing a hit and roll behind the corner, which kind of stays true to the game she's been playing. It's been fairly conservative. This looks a little tight on the line.
Yeah, they were on it early. Looks like they're holding it.
Yeah. So we'll roll over. Gonna have to work this one, Ryan, to
looks
save
like it's curling a lot, this one. They got it, but this will give Tracy a good opportunity to use her corner guard now.
And really turned around quite a bit from earlier, and the Tracy team looked to be in a fair amount of trouble with the burnt stone and a couple well-placed rocks by Comeau, but now she's got a chance to put one around this corner guard and put the pressure back on Comeau. This looks pretty good. Speed looks nice, and
Line looks perfect.
just get a little bit of finish. She'll be.
Looks like Justine's just gonna follow her down and try to sit right on top of her. Justine will probably be close on this one. All her draws have been pretty close.
Girls are just kind of on off it, so the weight looks pretty close.
Line looks pretty good.
Not bad, but she did give her an opportunity of picking that Ryan with just light weight.
I think she just called the for
Freeze.
the freeze, or
Yeah, I
maybe
think
just
so.
tap it. Oh, that one looked like it picked.
Wow.
Yeah, that one picked right out of her hand.
They've gotten all the bad breaks this game so far. That's the second bad pick, and then the burnt stone. It's hard enough playing against a good team, but to be playing against the curling gods sometimes makes it even more difficult. presser seemed to be quite composed, even though they're being dealt all these things. They
Yes.
seem to be keeping their spirits about them, so which is good.
On it right away. Nee and Davis. Off it, they are skinny. And it's a steal of 2 for Team Nowlin.
It's like Justine's going to come right to her yellow. Or
4-1 lead after 4 ends. This is the 2020 Papa John's New Brunswick Under-21 Curling Championships on Bellaline TV1.
Want to set up a double there.
Very tough shot.
Oh, pretty good spot.
Just a bit narrow on it.
These are no choice but to straight draw to the 4-foot.
just needs a piece of the 4 here to get her single. But
Plenty of time to get the points back. This is championship play.
Tough,
10 games.
tough position to be in. She just had a bad pick in her first shot, and now has to throw
Other events throughout the
to the 4-foot without backing.
good center guard.
Looks like they might have to work this a little bit. Looks a little bit on the light side. We'll see if the girls can bring it.
it's going to stop just short. Be a steal of
Steal of
2.
2. And a commanding 5-0 lead after 4 ends for Team Comeau.
And you get the sense that however this end goes, once we come back for 6 and beyond, Team Stewart will be pulling out all the stops.
Get an update on the other sheets here in a minute. Couple games just finishing up on the 4th end, and once they all finish the 4th, we'll do a complete rundown of all the other games out there.
Jacobs Nowlin, this Nowlin team is a family affair. Ross is the skip, Jacobs the lead. Dario Nowlin, father is the team coach. You may see a bit of him later on.
Might see the Tracy team play a little bit more aggressive now.
I think they've got to pull a few things out a little bit more, just to try to generate. They need a deuce. That's only just to stop the bleeding right now and get things positive. Still lots of game left.
Especially with a 10-in game. Gives you a couple more ends.
Yep, no sense in panicking yet, but just have to, the game has been close, just a couple bad breaks, as we said, and could be a different score.
And Josh Dowling content asking Isaiah Downey, make the yellow go away.
So it looks like all the teams are finished their 4th end now, so I'm going to run down of things across the board. On sheet 5, we've got Nowlin as a 4-1 lead over Stewart. And on sheet 6, Forsyth has a 2-1 lead over Winter. On our sheet is 5-0 for Comeau over the Tracy rink. And on sheet 8, have a 2-2 tie between Marine and Peasley. Good game there. Seeing lots of exciting shots out there, Ryan, right across. It's nice to see all the teams executing such really nice high-level shots.
By the
Just was watching the Marine and Peasley game there for a minute, and I seen a couple real nice run backs made. Put the corner guard up here, and Justine still can't peel it yet with the new
Right.
five rock rule. So looks like Justine will elect to go to the top 4.
Should give us a few rocks in play anyway, Ryan, which would be good to try to generate some extra points for Tracy to get back in this.
Team now peeling away their own guard there.
Pretty much right on the tee line. The button. He's throwing a second corner guard up. Looks like she's got a good shot here. Put her second guard up. Steen's going to start peeling the front now. We'll see this go back and forth a little bit until young Tracy Rink decide that they want to come in. This one's running the center a little bit.
Doesn't look like it's.
I've seen that on some of the draws going down there. They just
Stay right on that
stay
center
right
line.
on the center line. They won't really come off until they do come across it. So she's got two guards up. One back 12 for Comeau's rink.
Looks like she's gonna come around the red closer to the rings.
That's I like this call. It's she can, if she leaves it high enough, that means and shows, and if she doesn't totally get buried, that then that back yellow does come into play a little bit. Potential to pot it on. This is moving though. She looks like she's going to be on the front.
Yeah, looks like I just might touch it there.
Just a little bit light. Once again, I see the plant light is on, so I don't know if it's just a little slower than what she was expecting, or if she just underthrew that.
Justine's gonna play the double peel on this one. On those two. Want to hit it too thin. Looks like that red might go right back into the rings.
Like something like that. It's a good call. I like this call.
Yeah, throw a tight guard on it, and then you might be able to use it later on to split or to tap back or.
Exactly.
Trying to make the stored yellow disappear. Cleans up most of it. Now it's sitting 2. Updates from the other games on treat 8.
Looks like she might have changed the call to go over to the wing, over to that, towards that yellow.
Yeah. It's not a bad call either. Looks like she's going to be pretty close. Good spot.
Even Justine's got to be careful with that one, not to jam it on that back yellow. It's
a kind of a awkward way to go at this with this turn. If you're outside at all, that guard comes into play. Oof.
Street 7, girls game. Another steal.
Just got by it.
Yeah.
A steal of 2 for Comeau. Leads Tracy 5-0. Playing the fifth.
She's playing the same turn. Yeah, there she goes. She's moving. Sometimes that rock gets in your eye a little bit, and sometimes you're throwing at it and not the broom.
A little bit more room this way here to.
Yeah, and a little let it go, a little hit and flop here. Be just the doctor order, but it seems to be running a little true on him, a little straight.
Get the
Sweep it way over, way over. That's not a
not
bad
a.
spot at all. Don't believe there's a double there, but we'll see.
Looks like that second one might go right into that yellow if they.
It kind of looks that way, unless she really throws it hard and hits it quite thin.
On seat 6, Olivia Winter of Pearl Moncton takes a point in the fourth end. Trails clubmate Melanie Turpine 2-1 for side with the hammer playing puck.
So she's going to give it a go. I'm not sure if she's going to hit and stay right there. I don't think she can do that either, because she would only be number 2 shot, and technically guarding the number 1 rock.
You'll see lots of weight on this one and try to maybe just touch that back one and spill it.
Might even be able to come off the yellow and scoot out that way. It's going to be close.
Gotta dig in.
No, so now she'll come around the corner, I'm assuming. She's laying shot. Quite a simple run back to eliminate that other one, but still it's has to be thrown properly.
Still a good opportunity for them to get their deuce back here. Make a good one here around the corner, and I think Justine will probably just make that short run to give them their deuce.
Right. Seemed to be curling early out of her hand.
It is starting to curl.
She essentially has the same shot she just played.
Good shot by Josh Nowlin. What does that leave for Team Stewart?
Almost the same shot we just threw. Take with a little less ice.
Expect you'll see pretty much the same as what she just threw, the same sort of weight, same everything here. Matter of getting out to the broom and good release.
Another point, Jamie Stewart.
They're on it early, but it looks like they're holding it pretty good.
Yeah,
Nice shot.
good shot. Laying 3.
Watch for it when it starts to go. It's starting to move. Starting to move. Is it there? Is it there? I think it is. That is
So we'll see. Brooke's got to settle down a little bit. She's had a couple bad breaks on our last few shots, so nice draw here. Just think T-line, give it something for the sweepers to dust. Move right in there.
Cuts the arrears to 2.
Kind of just keeping it
Yeah,
clean,
it looks pretty.
pretty close.
At the 5th end break,
Good for her. No, that's good.
Yeah, looks like she's gonna put it right on the button.
Yeah. She needed that
Nice
shot, I think, so
yes.
stop the bleeding with the Comeau. So get her 1 point. And so after 5 ends of play, we've got Team Comeau 5 and Team Tracy 1. So we're just going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll see you at the start of the 6th. Well, welcome back. We're at the Papa John's U21 men's and ladies junior curling provincials, and coming live from Thistle St. Andrews via Bell Alliant TV1. I'm Wade Blanchard and joined with Ryan Fries this afternoon, and doing the Team Comeau from Fredericton and the Tracy rink. And after 5 ends of play, Comeau has a 5-1 lead at the moment. Take a run down through the other scores out there. There's still one game playing the fifth, but we'll give you an update on the other scores. And on sheet 5, now has a 5-1 lead now over Team Jamie Stewart. And on sheet 6, quite a defensive game going on. Have a 2-1 lead for Forsyth over Team Winter. And I think it's the last rock being thrown over on sheet 8. And looks like a steal of 1 for Peasley, so he'll take a 3-2 lead after 5 ends over Team Marine. So kind of what we expected here, Ryan. Team Tracy put up a center guard, and Comeau tried to come around it. She is pretty much wide open, and looks like
try to hit and roll under.
Little hit and flop here. Looks going to be close. Pretty much a nose hit. Little flop out.
This one looks pretty good. Just a nose hitter, maybe a little roll outside.
Yep, perfect. Well done. Tracy was going over a few options, whether to ignore this and maybe try the come around. She could even throw a second guard up there too, Ryan, if she wished.
She definitely has to start stealing a few, so.
Yep, going to have to take a chance at some point. This one's kind of running outside.
Seen Justine go up and peel the guard now. I think that's the 5th rock. Looks like she's gonna come around it. This one looks pretty.
Might be a little deeper than what she'd wished.
They're gonna try to take it right back.
This kind of works in the advantage of Tracy with the center guard, and then the one behind in the back 8. Changing the turn up a little bit, going with the wide in-turn.
This one looks a little inside getting started here.
I think you'll see Justine hit this time, I'm thinking. Or I could be wrong. She's going to keep the pressure on.
Looks like she called it right to the top 4.
Yeah.
Kind of.
There's this one corner guard, 2 rocks out of play. It's Steve Stewart.
This one looks pretty good.
Speed's going to be pretty close. Line's coming in nice. Good throw. Nice rock.
Really nice shot. Looks like Tracy's just going to freeze to it. Maybe bump it back a few feet. Bump it behind the tee line. She can use it later in the end to freeze to, or something that might be a catcher.
Looks a little strong. As long as the line's okay, might be gonna flop off. Yeah, she's not gonna like this result.
No.
Tracy picked up a single point with hammer 5, but it is Justine Comeau, the Cafe winner from
Justine has a couple options here too. She can hit or come do the same shot she just did. Maybe come right top 4.
Yeah, anywhere's in that line would not be a bad play. I kind of like this because if she does play the hit and roll or in or out, she's just going to leave that same draw opportunity for Tracy. So might as well beat her in.
It is still a 2-1 lead for Forsyth. 2 rings from Pearl Monkey going at it.
Haven't laid a broom to it yet.
No.
It's on it a little bit now, but
This one looks a bit heavy. They might be sweeping it to try to
off.
bump that red.
Here from Marie and me.
Might have gave them a
An out here.
shot at it.
You want to be in the pocket?
She's gonna play the hit and flop in there. Maybe just try to bump that yellow sideways just a hair to get shot rock under the red there.
I think I'll be just throwing back 4 foot weight here, but she's playing bumper type weight. Needs to get the roll inside.
Looks like Justine's gonna throw a little bit softer weight at this one and try to
Yeah.
get the roll on top of that yellow. She indicated maybe hack weight.
Team now knows they will be playing at least one
Good shot.
tomorrow. They won Section B this morning with a 9-7 win over Leah Marine. Oh, they get everything straddling or behind the tee line as far as red stones are concerned. Still sitting free now, Lynn.
Don't think she can
Again, just wants to
get shot off this. The very, very least that she can do, or best she can expect, is to kind of hit and roll to the top of the yellow to be a solid number 2. And with the 2 red ones that she's got out front, she can always promote those at any time. So I think the weight is the key thing based on what's watching this shot come in. It's something just quite delicate to get the curl.
Yeah, it doesn't look to be moving a whole lot.
No, the weight looks nice on this one. Actually, this is looks like she's going to be real close. Nice selection of weight. I like that weight.
It's a nice shot.
Yeah.
Kind of Still gives her half of it. She can promote it onto that yellow with her next shot if Justine doesn't throw up a guard. Not sure what Justine will do here. She might just throw up a guard on that red. I don't think there's any way that she can get in there to move that red without pushing it back onto
Yeah,
her
no.
yellow.
Based on what we've seen on that curl, it doesn't move that much there. And I think the best she could do is pot it on her own. So she could always peel the guard too, and maybe try to hit it back on. There's one over on the tee line, the red on the tee line, and double them out type of thing.
Looks like that might what. Not sure if that's what she's going up to call.
Yeah, looks like that's what the call's going to be. So.
I think with this one, she'd like to probably touch one of these reds in the rings there just so Tracy makes that double. She's not throwing against 3 on her last one.
It's close, real close. Good throw.
Looks like she might have a shot at the double here to live 4.
Wow. And I think she could, even if it like sneak a little roll in and still get the double. That'd be quite a shot. Quite a turnaround in this end too. Kind of bad luck on Justine's last one to bump that other red guard into the rings.
This one looks like it's curling hard on her.
Well, draw for 2.
So chance here for Justine to draw to the 4-foot for 2. To be careful with this one. Sometimes after the 5th end break, the ice will speed up a hair after they mop it. And sweepers are working this one.
Looks pretty good though. Nice draw. Take her 2 and a commanding 7-1 lead after 6 ends of play. So I think Tracy Rink would like to try to get a bunch of rocks in play like they did this end, and might get a better result for them. They had some great opportunities in that end.
Yeah, just one or two shots maybe, and they could have had a chance to force Justine to make a shot against 4.
Because I know the Cowboys need a result to go their way in the Philadelphia game. A little deep, that center guard. It's in the paint. Jacob Nowlin.
It's like she's gonna throw up a corner, and I expect Justine will go right in on top of that yellow she just threw.
Front end, perhaps playing more hits than they're used to.
Yeah, it's been fairly intense game, that's for sure. Stuart asking guard.
Nice corner guard.
Justine will still continue to put them on the center line and probably top 4, top 8, that area.
I have a suspicion the big prize for them will be later this season at the provincial under-18s. Good center guard there.
Yeah, good bounce back shot there for
This one looks like it's going to be back to the other one, maybe bounce off a little. Well, right up to it.
Updates from the other games as they become available.
Throwing up another corner guard. She realizes that she's got to start generating some extra points here. So the way to do that is just to get some guards up.
I noticed Wade with some of these teams, they don't really know what to do with the third one when they don't have Hammer here. You know, when Justine's here, does she throw another one in the house, throw a guard, or does she just throw it through?
I would, if I was her with the lead that she has, a 6-point lead, that I would be throwing it through myself. But it's whatever she decides. Sometimes more rocks are just get in your way. She'll start peeling, I'm thinking, as soon as she can on her next rock.
With the yellow rocks in there, Tracy can bump them around a little bit and
throw a freeze to them. Still has a corner guard. She can go right around. Anyways, lots of options for her. This is kind of over bending a little bit.
Stays out wide open in the 4-foot. Take out call for Isaiah Downs. Update from sheet 7, our other streaming sheet. It is 2 points for Justine Comeau, the defending women's under-21 champion, now with a 7-1 lead on Brooke Tracy.
so this one's curling on her, but still.
George looking at the hit and bounce over. With this Emmett Lee's second stone. Both teams doing fairly well.
Justine's gonna ignore the one in the house and just start peeling the corner guards.
Haven't had a timeout called yet in this match.
yeah, even in the end where we've had lots of rocks in the 4-foot, both skips are very decisive and to make big saves.
Lots of weight. She bounced off that pretty good.
Just on the fringes of the 12-foot there. And it's so far out that
Looks like they're calling the timeout. Talk about this, how they want this to play out.
It looked like she indicated for the hit, and I think her coach called the timeout. So Imagine he's probably going to get them to use their corner guard that they.
Yeah, I mean,
threw
they've
up
got
there.
a couple actually corner guards up there, 3 rocks in the house. I mean, there's lots of rocks in play, so you might as well. I don't like to hit it all here. Even if she freezes to the
Yeah.
yellow, I would like more than trying to make a delicate hit. This is a young rink, and they've they're learning lots. It's a tremendous experience for them, and I think it's really good to go through all these various scenarios, and I'm sure they're not even sure what type of team they want to be yet. So
Jumping out to a 5-1 lead over Olivia Winter. Winter must win to keep her championship hopes alive. Same set. Just as we are here in our streaming game on T5, Team Stewart puts one out of the 8-foot, but not really hit by any roll.
So we'll see. The time up is over, and timeout is over, and we'll see what they've elected to do.
I almost would have preferred them to play the run back though, because more moving pieces, more of a
Looks like they might tap that red onto the
Yeah.
yellow and kind of roll in behind the corner.
Wouldn't be if you get that result, would be pretty good.
roll out. Another come around draw to call for Pierce Davis. I find it kind of sucks to be down more.
Plan B.
It was just a hair heavy, so they swept it to get that back yellow one.
Justine seeing if this one will sneak by the back yellow if she tries that double. Potting it back there wouldn't be a great result for her. It'd be well buried behind 2 guards, so just eliminate one. If it's going to pot back there, wouldn't be a bad call.
And now Josh Nowley will ask Will Robertson to turn his attention to the yellow Stewart stone on the side of the pump with the ladies.
Yelled right out of her hand. She must have been a bit inside on that.
Right sweeping. No problem.
It's like
Cougar will roll
Tracy's
out.
just going to throw a guard up on it. Throw a center line guard. Block that. Justine will probably peel it.
I like coming around the corner guard myself. They put the guard up. They're going to peel the guard. You're looking at maybe 2 at best. You come around that corner guard, get a good one in there. I think you're looking at possible 3 end. I think she needs at this point down 6. She needs a big score, multiple score. 3.5 ends left to play. The time is running out now.
Goal 1 for Jamie Stewart. And his first block was 7.
This one looks.
Up the double.
Yellow one kind of rolled back in there towards the center. Looks like she'll guard this one again. Be a nice shot just to kind of tuck a little piece in behind that yellow.
kind of over bending. Not quite getting the results. Pretty much 3/4 open.
You'll probably see Justine throw a hack or board waiter and try to hit that one, maybe roll under that.
If it's deep or even if it's wide, if it doesn't hit the pole, side of it, probably gets beat reflecting the top on it. Whereas if we get to draw around,
I think with that ice, she doesn't plan on throwing a
It's not going
whole
to throw.
ton of weight.
I agree. It's just enough to remove it probably. And
Weaver's hard at work. Isaiah Downey and Jacob now trying to get this into the pink. Plan B may end up being a razor split. They're going to split. Well, it rolls 2 rocks into the house. Both appear to be full 12s.
yeah, but it's pretty flat, so
it's like a pretty good shot
Yeah.
coming in here. Nice weight. Really nice.
It's a nice hack weight.
Yep. Well done all the way around.
Rock at the end.
I think Brooke wants to throw a similar type weight, trying to hit and roll in behind.
Where do you want the shooter to be?
She's got a little less weight, or ice, so I don't know if that means she's throwing a little more weight.
Davis and Lee, now they're on it. Now they're on it. They're on the nose. No one having a look. It is
Not a whole
Don't
lot more
know.
weight.
It's a pretty similar weight.
that is my
See if she can get some finish on this. No.
No, seems to stay right there.
Yeah.
It's a hard time getting over the center line.
draws light by about half the house. All's a hit.
pretty soft it on.
Looks like Justine's gonna throw the same type of weight as on her last one there, just the hack waiter.
Allen with final rock in at number 7. Sweepers on it straight away. Jacob now. Isaiah Downey trying to hold it. They'll get the little squiggle of a roll to get the deuce. Machine Allen now up to
Wow.
a 7-3
Shot.
lead.
Nice shot.
Now inside, congratulating their skipper and the sweepers on a shot well played. You're watching
Geez.
the 2020
I guess she's got enough room to make the nose hit on this. Drawn is an option too.
Fine result there for Team Allen, I would say.
Yeah, so let's control the game for sure.
4-point lead now with 3 to play. Speaking of 4s, we head over to Team 8, where Team Lee and Marie, another ring from the host club TSA, got 2 in the 6th end. They now have a 4-3 lead.
Looks like a
Yeah, it looks-
similar weight to her last one.
Yep. Same sort of line.
Playing 7th, Beasley with the hand.
Nice, well thrown. Take her single, and so we have a 7-2 score after 7 ends of play.
So it wants to get 2 corner guards up here.
Like The girls were talking about possibly calling it a day, but they're going to venture on. Play one more end, see how it goes. Guy would do that. It's all a learning curve for the girls.
You'll see, might see the double center in this end. Try to really junk things up, get a lot of rocks in play.
There's one game still in the seventh end, but we'll do a run through of the other scores over on sheet number 5. We've got the Nowlin rink has opened up a 7-3 score over Jamie Stewart. On sheet 6, the Forsyth rink has got a nice 3 and 7 to take a 5-1 lead over Winter. Our sheet is 7-2 for Comeau over Tracy, and they are in the 8th end in the men's game with Marine holding a 4-3 score over Peasley after 6 ends. So she's got the one guard up, and the yellow is just biting the top 12 on the center line, so she's going to come around everything. She's going to use the Comeau rink as a stone as a guard as well.
They're on the 4 foot. Sitting 1.
Looks like a good speed coming in here. She can get it to finish a little bit.
Sensing hit opportunity with
Be back 4.
update from sheet number 7, our other streaming game. 1 point for Brooke Tracy in the 7th end, but
Looks like she called like a back line type weight. I don't know how much she can see of it.
still trails.
Hmm.
Champion Justine Comeau from Capital Winter Club, 7-2. Comeau with the hammer playing it.
Play this tight. If you do tick the front, that's not a bad thing. Looks like she's going to make it perfect, though. Well done. Well,
Nice shot.
very nice shot.
It's like Brooke's gonna try to put one back in the same place, maybe a little higher.
Yeah.
Top.
Green and Davis on it like hawks. This is going to crash.
Looks like it's a little bit heavier. I think they're sweeping it to knock the yellow out.
Everyone has to just reconfirm that it's time that they can hit and count
Yeah.
the rocks up. Make sure it's the 6th rock of the end.
Very quick stone. Robertson sweeping this.
This one looks good. They're just cleaning it. Nice peel.
Well done.
Update from sheet 6. 1 point taken by Olivia Winter in the 7th end, but it is still Melanie Forsyth with a 5-2 lead, playing 8, and Forsyth has the hammer. Team Stewart now.
Ones look like they're not curling much outside of that 4 foot line.
It's going to be pretty much wide open, I think, and leave a double opportunity for the Comeau rink. Pretty much a nose hit. This will take the end away from Tracy. Maybe no guards out front and no red ones in the rings if she throws this the way she'd like. Just gets the one, the top one.
So she'll call for the guard on this one.
Looks like she's getting her guard this time. You'll see Justine run up and take that off. A lot of weight.
Stay pretty straight when you throw.
She's got that extension pop release, and it sometimes throws it right through the broom, I find, on this straighter ice. And you got to really, she throws it well. You just have to make sure the broom's in the right place. So it's not going to curl, usually.
No.
So this is make things a little more interesting. This one's a little hot.
Now they're on it. Now it's starting to dig in. May have just waited a bit too long.
That just seemed to dig in there. Sweepers were watching and
She was gonna thinking about the front, but looks like she wants to play the ones in the house.
Yeah, she called for the nose hit. I think that'll get the double.
This is running straight on her again.
This isn't the end of their season here today. They still have the under-18s in front of them at the Capital Winter Club later this winter.
So I think she'd like to see this top four.
Brunswick under-21s will go to the Canadian Juniors in Langley, British Columbia.
Yeah, you put this one top four, and I think Justine might have a choice to make in what she wants to do.
Yes, I think the guard will have to come off that point.
Yeah.
Slide by the guard. Marine will come out. Keep it by everything.
This one looks like it's
Wow.
By the guard.
staggered guard to Comeau, so who's still in play here?
I think Justine, I think the call here would be to make a nice draw, I think. Either that or the double peel on the front, but you got to make the double peel and roll. It is quite a makeable shot.
Looks like that's what she's gonna play.
Yep. A little bit on the high side, and all three go with good solid weight.
Sweepers not touching this.
Well
A
done.
nice shot.
Well done. Exactly what
Got
she
rid-
drew up. No, I think she's wants to now put one full top 8, maybe just biting the 4-foot, but no further. And I guess she's coming in front of her others. Interesting to see if she puts this where she wants, if Justine tries to run the double or actually throw the draw. She's had great command of her draw weight all game, but scoreboard would
Yeah.
almost tell you to throw the hit.
Yeah, even if you just get rid of one of them and
Exactly.
don't make the double, still up 7-3.
Yeah, 4-point lead, heading with 2 ends to go. Looks like this is going to be very close to where she wanted it. Well done.
Nice shot.
Final shot in number 8. Noreen calling the sweepers off.
She'll try for the double.
And stick around. Oh, beauty. Was there ever any doubt?
Great shot there.
Vital point for Jamie Stewart.
So obviously she'd like to make the double here to gain or get her point, but making one go away is not the end of the world either.
This is the 2020 Papa John's New Brunswick Under 21 Curling Championships. Live from Thistle St. Andrews Curling Pub on Bellline TV1. And a quick update as Timothy Marine throws the first rock of the 9th end.
It's close.
We'll go over to see how his brother Liam is doing, skipping the team on sheet 8. Liam Marine
Nice
Good shot.
shot.
Good shot.
in the 7th end.
Take her 1 point and an 8-2 lead, and looks like the handshakes all the way around. So
Free lead on Alex Pease
uh,
playing the 8th
very
end.
good, Brian. So that's the
looks
end of
like
that.
That'll put Justine into the C qualifier tomorrow morning.
I think that eliminates the Tracy rink, does it? Or?
I think it does. Yes. I believe now Justine will have to be beat twice tomorrow. She was the A qualifier
Right.
and now moves into the C qualifying spot.
Anyway, so that's the end of our day. Thanks for watching on TV1, the Papa John's U21 Curling Provincial Championships. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.